At the end of the day, you should be almost blindfolded as far as who you're hiring. And the only thing you care about is, are
Mhm.
they the best fit for the job, period?
Imagine if we had equality in hiring where you don't see the name on a resume and you can't see the person's, ethnicity or what they look like.
Today, we're going to be looking at the 5 habits of successful leaders and how they develop skills from LinkedIn. First habit.
I would say yes, definitely with empathy. What I say, I assume they're rating it by order, but what I say that's number one. I'm not
Yes.
sure. I have to see what other ones they have. But I am an empathetic person myself, so I will agree. When it comes down to leading with empathy, it's going to be an important habit because every single person wants to be treated like a human being. Nobody wants to be just seen or treated as a dollar sign or a number. You can have all the data and metrics in the world, but you do need to be able to um, build trust, build a relationship, and have that human interaction.
Yeah. Simply put, easy one, straightforward. Empathy is very important. Pretty high, pretty high in the list for sure. Again, I also don't know if it's number one, but a habit of leading with empathy makes a lot of sense. You have to be
Mhm.
empathetic as you lead, no doubt about it. All right, very good. Habit number two: embrace change as a habit.
Hmm.
Hmm.
And I was both like, that's an interesting one. Again, I don't know if it's going to be in order number two. I think we can rate the order towards the end of the video.
Yes.
But embrace change. I think for me as a leader, change is inevitable. So whether you want it or not, whether you embrace it or not, it's going to happen, especially in an economy that is driven by AI now or that is moving so quickly. I would say if you're going to have change, you may as well do it with a positive attitude. So yes, adaptability and accept change and be able to work with it. Embracing it, I don't know. I think that's very specific to the person.
Yeah, I agree. I just don't see it as a habit. Like, embrace change is just kind of an expectation that you embrace all the changes of the company. You trust in your team, your company, your leaders' direction, and you move forward. So it's kind of weird for this to be a habit, but it's valid. You should embrace change. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
All right. Habit number three. Third most important habit is act as a mentor.
Okay. Um, I would say yes. I mean, I don't know if I would call it act as a mentor, but I would say, yeah, as a leader, again, my dominant leadership trait is going to be servant leadership. So
Mhm.
naturally, I will have to agree that when you're a leader, your mentality mindset is to serve others or to
Mhm.
set by example or lead
I
by
agree.
example. So naturally, you should be constantly wanting to empower and grow others. But in addition, you need to have a learning mindset too. You're constantly learning and growing yourself as well. So, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I'll agree with it. It's just kind of weird that it's a habit, but definitely, like as a leader, that's what you do. You mentor your employees and you help them grow and succeed, and that's your number one role is to help your team be successful. And
Mm.
comes from understanding the true goals of the company and how they relate to our day to day work for our employees, and succeeding from there. Yeah, very good. So number four would be welcome different views.
Oh, interesting. I
It
will
is
agree
quite
with
interesting.
this. I would say diversity, dynamics, different perceptions, and ideas usually bring more innovation um, and strategy into the room. Now, it doesn't say follow, or agree, or or please everybody's views, right? So, welcoming different views, I will agree with. Always allow people to have a voice. You may not always have the best idea or the best strategy. So,
Mhm.
welcoming different views makes sense.
I like this. It reminds me of the idea of an open door policy where any employee can kind of come to you and talk with you and give you feedback and ideas and opinions about things. Most important thing about this that comes to mind is that the right place and the right time to have this open discussion and open setting, and also right expectations. Like you said earlier, you're not going to just do everything anyone says. So it's good to have the right expectations with the team. Habit number five is encourage diverse hiring.
I okay. Here's the thing. I agree to extent. And the reason I agree to extent is because I think diversity in a company brings different thought
Like
process,
viewpoints.
yes, viewpoints,
Yeah,
culture. It's good. But I don't agree where a company is hiring diversity to just have a diversity hire. Does that make sense?
agreed.
I don't want a company
Of
just be
course.
like, we need a diversity hire in our company, so we're gonna just hire one. I think at the end of the day, diversity is good, but most important piece is still finding the right fit for the job.
Exactly. Yeah.
So that's culture fit and skill fit. Whether they're diverse or not, I think they should be the right fit.
Yeah, and I see the angle here because there's kind of a sense of, well, what if companies are not being diverse for some kind of malicious reason? But I'm with you 100%, Kiana. At the end of the day, you should be almost blindfolded as far as who you're hiring, and the only thing you care about is, are
Mhm.
they the best fit for the job, period. And if that ends up being that everybody in the team is fully diverse, great. If that means that there's not as many people diverse, that's fine too, but it should really just be who are the best people that can do the job the best, you know?
Yeah.
Um, it's the
No,
reason why you're there, right? Just to do the
yeah.
job.
Imagine if we had equality in hiring where you don't see the name on a resume and you can't see the person's, ethnicity or what they look like, and you're
Yep.
purely interviewing them based off of their answers and their skills. You're purely trying to find the right fit for the job. I think that's how it should be. That would be an interesting one.
I think I get it. I mean, there's a lot of interview actors, as they say, out there that game the system. Let's kind of do a quick recap, Kiana. The first one, it was leading with empathy, and we both thought pretty
Yeah,
good to be up there.
yeah,
Second one is embrace change. I don't see it as a habit. I see it as kind of like a stance, maybe like this is you embrace change. Um, Number three, act as a mentor. I think you like that one. And number four is welcome different views. I like this one a lot. I think there's a lot of benefit in the idea of like being open and being able to take in ideas from everyone. And then the last one, encourage diversity, which I think we both agree with it. It's just that you don't want to prioritize diversity for the sake of diversity. You want to prioritize the best person for the job, period. And if that ends up being diverse, fantastic. As long as you are very honest and authentic in your reasons for the pick of the job. I think that's important to note. Yeah.
yeah. I would say they had a pretty good list of habits, if they want to call
Hmm.
it habits. I don't know if I would rate them in this order or if all of them would be the top five compared to always be transparent or have accountability of a habit or always be business ethics or have integrity. Like those, I feel like habits of being able to do the right thing when nobody's looking, and like those habits, I feel like is very important as well. But overall, I think there's a pretty good baseline of being able to follow them and have some good habits to practice as a leader.
Yeah, yeah. They don't feel like habits as much as they feel like traits, maybe, or beliefs. I would have thought habits would be like at the beginning of your day, always start with this. At the end of the day,
Yeah,
always do
wash your
this.
hands before you eat. Like,
Exactly,
yeah,
exactly.
I
So that
get it.
kind of threw me off a little bit. I'm not gonna lie, but there's good information here at least.